Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, everyone. Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome. I want to say thank you guys, first and foremost, for coming to celebrate National Cookie Day with me. What an amazing day to celebrate, right, guys? Like, who don't like some cookies? Who don't like the cookies? Because I love cookies. We all love cookies. My home, my entire family, not just my home, my relatives come over for cookie nights, and I bake for everyone. So I am super excited, and I hope that you guys are just as excited to bake some cookies with me today. And I hope that you guys, of course, will try this recipe for yourselves. I'm actually pulling up my chocolate chip recipe as we speak. And I would like to say welcome, welcome. I'm trying to give everyone a few minutes to join. So just give everybody a little while to join. Thank you guys so much for coming. You know, I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Righty, guys. Once again, guys, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming, hanging out with me on a fine Saturday afternoon for National Cookie Day. Who don't want some cookies? I want some cookies. For anyone who is joining our amazing resident events for the very first time, welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for coming. And for anyone who is returning for one of our amazing resident events, thank you, and welcome back. My name is Empress. I'm an resident enrichment ambassador. If I could speak, I am a resident enrichment ambassador for the Southbridge community. And today, this event has been brought to you by, of course, TI Enrichment Programs. Woo! Shout out to TI for being so amazing, giving us this amazing platform so that we can connect both virtually and now in person too. Guys, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. I hope you're so excited too to celebrate National Cookie Day. Like, I can't think of a better holiday. And for me, the winter is just, you know, it's kind of full of guilt-free baking, honestly. During this time, I really get heavily into the baking, and I can't get this. Can you get this for me, Journey? I got my lovely Journey with the, it should be here. It's in here, but I don't see it where it has my, okay. Sorry, guys. As I said, you know, it's a lot of guilt-free baking for fall, winter for me, and it's like perfect time. Who doesn't want to have their home filled up with the smell of gooey chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven? It's just one of those, for me, you know, those times where everybody certainly, you know, gets together. And like I said, my family members will come over so that we can all, so that we can all hang out and really, really enjoy these chocolate chip cookies. So you guys know I am a minimalist. I like baking from scratch. It's great, but I'm totally a minimalist. So I do the no freeze gooey cookies versus freeze because it just takes more time than I want to give. I don't want to have to wait, and the little ones certainly don't want to have to wait on those cookies. Like, everyone is always like, let's go. I hope that you guys were able to join me last year around this time, wasn't it, Journey? We got Journey in the back, y'all know. Say hey, Journey. Journey's in the back. You know, she's my amazing little princess who helps me behind the camera. I think it was about this time last year, was it? Or October, November? Something like that last year when we did some cookies. So I hope you guys were able to join me for that. And if not, you can always go back with TI Enrichment Programs, all of our events. You can just click the videos and watch those videos if you are unable to. I potentially will need to, I think, soften my butter a little bit more. My butter is not that soft. So guys, super simple. You're going to use 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour packed. I am like blah, 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 today. Sorry guys. 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now for me, I do that in a little half and half, baking soda and baking powder. Just a little recipe trick for you guys. A pinch of salt, sea salt or kosher will do. 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, lightly softened. 2 cups of light brown sugar packed. 2 large eggs. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 10 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. Now for me, I add way more vanilla. And you guys may have noticed, like I said before, when I did my last video, I did the same thing where I'll add in a little vanilla at the end. It just gives it just a yummier, maybe helps with the gooiness, but it's just like after all mixed, it just turns out so good. So I love that. And then you'll just need your, of course, semi-sweet chocolate chips. Chocolate pieces, whatever you want to do. I also thoroughly enjoy, and my family thoroughly, thank you so much, Pumpkin, thoroughly enjoys, Yaya got it, didn't she? Or no, she didn't. That's fine. Sorry. Kitchen sink cookies, or like when I do my chocolate chip and then I just like, the kitchen sink cookies consist of like, its name, you threw everything in there with the kitchen sink, so you could do like toffee pieces. I like to do Heath toffee. I love doing like chocolate chips, pretzels, butterscotch morsels. When I tell you guys, heaven in your mouth, listen, it is a heaven in your mouth. So definitely try it out. You want to preheat your oven, guys, at 350. So I'm going to start off with all of my dry ingredients first. So I'm going to do my flour. You guys know I always repurpose, so this is clearly, look at that. See, you know, here's the thing. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. When I tell y'all I repurpose, y'all know I don't be kidding. I repurpose. This was a mixed nuts jar, deluxe mixed nuts with sea salt. One of my favorite snacks. But I repurposed it, and it now holds flour. You don't have to pay a bunch of money for fancy jars. Now, this is one that I'm guilty of not taking the label off. You guys know that I usually take the label off and put my own little pretty label. This one, clearly, I was like, you know what? The flour's going in it, okay? And when you have a large family and you cook from scratch like myself all day long, you certainly can find good use out of every jar. So we want to have that packed, so we want to get it in there. Good. It's 1 cup. So we're just getting our dry ingredients first. So 2.5. I'm not going to use another measuring cup. I can eyeball it. And honestly, guys, let me tell you something. I'm not even going to lie. I have been baking for quite some time now. And it's very funny because my sister wants to start a cookbook for our family because we all have some really good food, not just... I know I might sound a little biased, but it's the truth. We all can burn it down. Clearly, I've not missed a meal a day in my life. My mama went to culinary school, never cooked anywhere professionally, but certainly cooked professionally at home for us. We were always spoiled in that area, very rich in culture, maybe not so rich in money or finance, but very rich in culture because my mom always exposed us to various cultures and cooked all types of yummy good stuff for us all the time. So my sister wants to do a cookbook, which is great, but the only issue I have is that I don't measure that much. So it's you know, it can get a little, and you're just doing a pinch of salt, guys. So again, I don't measure that much. I tend to eyeball and move from there, but it's just a pinch of, I did sea salt. You could do sea salt or kosher salt. Both work very well. Even if you wanted to do Himalayan pink salt, which I have some of, I've never done my Himalayan pink salt with my cookies, so I will kind of stick to what I normally do. I don't want to get, you know, put myself in a bad position. And then we'll do our next dry ingredient, some light brown sugar. So you want to do 2 cups of light brown sugar. You want those cups to be packed as well, guys. Clearly this is a brand new bag and hasn't even made it into any of my repurposed containers yet. But we're going to roll with it. As a sister had to run and grab it because I was out of light brown sugar. And you can do light brown or dark brown. I find them to be pretty close. When I've baked my cookies, I've used either one. Light brown, I think, maybe a little sweeter. But I think so. I don't know.
It's a little bit lighter. Like,
it's not as sweet. Journey said she thinks it's the exact opposite, and I'm mistaken there. And she could absolutely be right.
It's almost like dark chocolate and milk chocolate. Like, brown sugar is like
A little lighter.
But yeah, dark brown sugar is really heavy.
Yeah.
It has like that dark light.
Yes. Child, the way I'm doing it like this, y'all forgive me. And guys, sorry, while you are doing your mixing and folding, you know, we're getting our dry ingredients done first, but while you're doing this, you want to preheat that oven to 350. I'm using a silicone baking sheet today, so definitely do 350. I really do love the silicone baking sheets for like my biscuits and my cookies, but I'm not gonna lie, it can be a bit of a hassle because it's so flimsy. I actually have a fresh, it's not too fresh anymore, but I have a nice burn mark on my arm from a silicone baking sheet recently, a few months ago, when I was doing some of my homemade biscuits from scratch. And child, we almost went down, took me down, okay? So you want to have those packed. So I'm going to add just a pinch more, because I'm doing it out of the bag, which can get a little awkward. Okay. And Trini, is the whisk in there? Yes. So I'm just going to mix those in. It's okay. Oh, is it down there? Oh, thank you so much. Don't hide this stuff from me.
Hello.
Journey's the best. My lovely assistant, Journey. So I'm just going to give this a good whisk. Just get that mixed in the brown sugar, salt, and flour. And now I'm going to add in that baking powder. I like baking powder versus baking soda because the baking powder allows the cookies to spread nicely. And I like that little bit of crunchy outer cookie, super gooey centered cookie. That is my cookie. So I'm just mixing this in nicely, and now I'm going to get my measuring cup so I can add in my baking powder. Let's see, my teaspoon, okay. And is that 1 1/4? Baking powder. Just give it a good mix, guys. Just want to get those ingredients mixed in well. I'm actually going to sit my butter on top of the oven, which is preheating just for a few minutes to allow it to soften a little more. And once you have these all whisked in really well, clump free, then we will begin to add in our wet ingredients. But you want to get this mixed in really well so that it bakes nice and yummy and evenly. You don't want to have a bunch of clumps of separated sugar or flour. Just want to make sure that this is nice and mixed in. And of course you can use a mixer to do this. A little bit on the side. I'm going to add a smidgen more baking powder. I do it by hand, but of course it's nothing. It's great to have if you want to use a mixer. If you have a mixer, that's absolutely amazing. But I am my mama's baby, so you mix it by hand. Either way is fine. Okay, and I need my 2 large eggs, which I don't have out here. Sorry. 2 large eggs. So we have adding our eggs in now. 2 large eggs. And so once you have your initial mix, it is very important, guys, when you start adding in your wet ingredients. Spoons. When you start adding in those wet ingredients, be sure to switch from your whisk to your spoon, because you don't want to over mix this batter. This is imperative for baking this well. Is to not over mix. You don't want to. Do not want to over mix this. You want this to stay a nice consistency so that you can scoop and roll. And that way you are able to, again, no freeze. Because a lot of times with this, with baking cookies from scratch, the freezing portion can be a bit of a hassle. You know, it's like you make it, or refrigerating can be a bit of a hassle. Either one, most people freeze. But if you do it this way, with this recipe, you don't have to do so. But if you over mix this bad boy, it will not turn out as well, the consistency. So it is important that you don't over mix. So I am just folding this in, making sure that it's all mixing very well together. Ooh, sorry guys. Flour flying. We're throwing flour. Now it's a party. So you want to just get this nice and mixed in, and then add in that butter. I wanted to let it soften just a little bit. You can melt it. Either is fine, but if you melt it, you do need to give it time to cool before you add it, because you don't want it to cook in there. You certainly want it softened, but not cooked. So if you take your spoon and cut it down some, goodness gracious, I'm gonna cut it down in there. It's nice and softened so it can blend well. And that is 1 stick of butter that we're using. I think I did say that, didn't I? I did? Okay. That's good. So just blend, blend, blend. Mix, mix, mix. So I'm just blend, 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 mix, mix, mixing. Just breaking that butter down because we definitely want our butter to mix in. I'm gonna cut it some. I'm gonna cut this butter so that I'm adding in smaller pieces at a time to ensure that we are getting it all mixed in well so that we can easily roll these bad boys up, throw them on that, oh my gosh, it's so softened, like melted on the end. So we can roll these bad boys, throw them straight on that silicone baking sheet, and into the oven they go. And, oh, well, I just lost a little piece of cookie dough on my foot. Alright guys, so I'm just mixing in that butter, guys, as I said, and it's nice and softened. So you'll notice, you know, this is basically why you don't have to freeze it, because after mixed, you will be able to see that you'll have your perfect dough. No refrigeration or freezer required. Now, of course, if you have dough left over, if you only say, well, I just made, you know, a few cookies, just trying out the recipe, of course you can freeze it. And oh yeah, thanks, buddy. Idris is here, our favorite taste tester. Idris said, did someone say cookies? He showed right up. Not time to taste test yet, buddy. Almost just a few minutes, because I'll be putting it in the oven soon. So I am just taking my time, guys, and mixing, can you see? Mixing that dough so that everything is binded together and no longer has the that dry, you know, flour or any of that. We want to just mix, 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 mix. Definitely will have a Popeye arm. If you're ambidextrous, then do both. Do both hands, because this is a good workout for the arm. So look at that. It'll make up for all them cookies. Now, of course, enjoy in moderation, people. Of course. But I feel like the season definitely calls for it. And this, guys, easy, quick recipe can be something that you bring if you guys do celebrate and you know, are going to family or friends' homes safely. You can bring these cookies, and I promise you, they will be a hit. Promise you'll have the family talking about your cookies and requesting those cookies for generations to come. So every holiday event, they'll be saying, are you bringing cookies? Are you baking some cookies? Because again, this is a quick, easy, delicious recipe that is super simple, as you can see. Now, as you guys know, I always add a little extra vanilla in or at the end, and I am going to do so shortly. I'm almost there with my folding. I've managed to fold in most, but you can still see that there's some butter that is not blended yet. So I just, again, taking the time with my rubber, or plastic, not rubber, I'm sorry, plastic rice spoon or spatula. Rice spatula. I mean, it has many uses, but that's what I mainly use it for. And just taking the time to really continue to fold it in. As you guys can see, as I said, I stopped with the mixing and began the folding at this point. And as you can see, It's folding in nicely, and everything's getting pretty acquainted. Huh? It is a rice spoon and a cookie folder. There you go. It'll repurpose everything. As you should. So I'm just taking the time, guys, to fold in the rest of this butter. Again, it was softened and not melted. If this was melted, it would be a little quicker, honestly. But no worries at all. I do it with my strong hand. Okay. So this is blending quite nicely. I'm excited. Hope that you guys are too. Hope that you guys are even potentially baking with me at the same time. If not, you know, you got the recipe and you have this live event, which will become a video on TI Enrichment Programs page. So you can always go back to this later so that you are ready to roll with the cookies. Happy National Cookie Day! So excited. And my sister will be calling because she tried to get, she was trying to convince me to just celebrate early and make some cookies. I said, nope, it's coming up. You gotta wait. I made her some biscuits, though. I did bake her some biscuits. Right. As you can see, all mixed. Now, again, it's my little. And I just go into the ancestors, say, that's enough, child. I just, you know, a little dibble dabble, little scribble spattle, just a smidgen. Not too much, but I just like a few extra splashes in there. It does something for me. It just makes them super yummy. So I'm just going to fold in my little extra vanilla extract, like I said, that I like to add in towards the very end of my folding. And of course, last but not least, what would chocolate chip cookies be without the chocolate morsels? So I'm going to just fold in this vanilla a little more. And you can just, I'm telling you, you can just smell it. Because I love vanilla. Like, Okay, so let's go ahead and crack open these chocolate morsels. Probably should have cut this. There we go. Just dump in your morsels. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting real. Oh yeah, we about to this is serious. Right? You just fold those bad boys right into the mix so that they are chocolatey chippity. You hear me? You want them to be woo child. Chocolatey chippity. Just fold them in there nicely. Again, it's important that you don't overhandle the dough. You definitely want to keep the mixing to a minimum and do more folding at this time. As you can see, the butter is, you know, mixed all in. It's melted down while we were folding, which is great. But over stimulating, basically, this dough will not give you the cookie that you're looking for. It'll give you more probably like that cookie sheet cake situation. Okay. So I'm just getting this off the spoon here. Yummy, yummy. Super excited. Hope that you guys are as well. I'm pumped. I'm gonna move the bowl here. Everything out of my way. Yes, it does look pretty tasty. I agree. Journey said it's looking pretty tasty. And I agree with Journey. I second that notion. And I'm very excited to eat these. It is definitely necessary. I don't see the ice cream scooper. Oh, is it in the... It's okay, I'll use it. Yeah, I like using the ice cream scoop, but this will work. It's fine. Just use a spoon. Now, guys, you guys know from my last video, I like to do a large, nice large bowl. I'm sorry, did I show you guys? I'm sorry. Now that we have those chocolate chippies in there. A pretty large ball so that I get a nice, large, gooey cookie. And it is chock full of chocolate chips there. So I'm going to sit it right on my silicone baking sheet here. And I'm using, a lot of times I use the ice cream scoop. It is better to ensure that you have the correct size for each one, but I'm using a large spoon right now versus my scooper. Does the same trick. I kind of am used to my cookie size at this point and what I'm looking to achieve. So I am good with using that spoon. I'm just rolling these up now, guys. And when you do roll them, sorry, you can't see me scooping it, but you can see me rolling it. You want to mindfully, you know, just kind of sit it there and press it into form, into a ball. You don't want to have the heat from your palms. You don't want to have that heat melt your mix too much. So you want to be mindful when you're rolling that you're kind of just pressing that form. These are going to be huge, and I'm not complaining. Take some of this off. That was I think that was a little too large. I want to make sure they are pretty even as possible, because I like to have, like I said, that honestly that gooey center is my favorite, and that kind of crispy on the edges, my favorite. I don't like the whole cookie to be crispy. I'm not a crispy cookie person. How about you guys? Are you like crispy cookie? I'm not that crispy cookie-ish. I'm really not. I like that gooey center, chewy center, and then edges to be a little crispy. That's my cookie love right there. It's my cookie love language, guys. I don't know if y'all speak the same, but I hope I'm speaking your language today on National Cookie Day. I hope that you guys are enjoying learning how to make these quick cookies. 30 minutes or so for this recipe. You have your preparation time. Throw them in the oven. Let them, like I said, I like mine to stay a little gooey in the middle. I don't like to over bake them. So, 15 minutes or so, and they are popped right back out of that oven. And unfortunately, you must let them cool off. Disclaimer. You must let them cool. You have to allow them to cool. But once they are cool, honey, it's time to dig on in. Oh my gosh, they're huge. They may be a little bit too big, honestly. These are ginormous. But I'm not complaining. Are they too big? Should I take a little off? They're gonna melt together. Right, I'm gonna have the cookie cake by mistake because I'm making my balls a little too big. That's why I like having my scooper. It's okay. My hands aren't dry enough. 1 second, guys. Let me get my hands dry enough a little more. Alright, my sous chef journey just reminded me. Also, because I'm not using my cookies sheet. That cookie sheet is so loved on. Do y'all remember that from the last one? I told y'all I don't play. I'm a real baker and a real cook around here. I cook everything from scratch and I bake from scratch. So my cookie sheet is so loved on, honey. That bad boy look like, walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Like it's been through, so much baking in its time. And I don't have no complaints though. So because I'm not using that large cookie sheet and I am using my silicone mat. Is that better, Journey? Do you think it's still too big? Or this should be okay? We'll see. Let's see how this turns out if we get a cookie sheet or if we get an actual set of cookies. We're going to see. We shall see. We about to find out.
So that's okay. We'll just cut them in little slices.
Right. We'll just slice them down. So
Cookie
No
sticks.
worries.
Cookie sticks.
No worries. Right. Cookie sticks.
It's actually kind of cool.
Oh my gosh. It's no wrong way to do a cookie. Like, I never. So I'm just sliding my silicone baking sheet onto my rack because, oh my gosh, child, the flimsiness be hurting the sister, burnt me up before. So as you're asking, see, they're pretty large. I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the oven because I'm not trying to hold you guys and take up your entire Saturday. Just wanted to hang out with you guys for a little while and celebrate National Cookie Day. So I should have probably still, it's okay. I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave them. Okay, guys, while we wait for the magic to happen with our delicious cookies, I just want to remind you guys about next Tuesday. Woo, woo. It's the holiday event here in the Southridge community. So the holiday event will be going down. It's in your email. It's on your calendar. The flyers are all over the common areas and all in the leasing office as reminders because we really want to connect with you guys. We genuinely hope to see you there. There will be some fun takeaways such as ornament decorating, and little birdie told me they're gonna have like a little hot cocoa station. So, come and hang out, guys. It'll be a great time for us to spend some time together, create some things for you guys to take with you, to take home. It's gonna be fun for the entire family, adults and little ones alike. So we hope to see you guys there next Tuesday, December 7th. And now I can't remember, is it 5:30? You look at my, sorry y'all, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure before I tell y'all the time, make sure I'm right. Is my Ambassador Outlook open right there? No? Okay. I can do it. Let me see. Bear with me. Remind you guys to please, sorry, I didn't mean I had to go out of here to go into there. I just wanted to make sure. Guys, please, please, please make sure you come. Have a good time with us. Again, it's going to be just a good time for the community. We have our enrichment center. You guys literally being done as we speak. So you guys will be able to pop your head in there. We have the fitness center. We have a new fitness center, which is being completed right now as well. That has been moved downstairs. So you guys can peek and check out all the new construction, all of the amazing things that we have coming your way. And definitely take advantage of, a good time with the community. Get out and meet your resident professionals if you haven't already. Meet the other staff, leasing staff, and folks if you haven't already. I know that things have been a little trying, and we're all just getting back into doing in-person events. Of course, everyone will remain 6 feet apart. Everyone will remain with their mask on, but it is still an opportunity to connect and have a good time together. However, Southridge, of course, is doing everything in its power to keep all of our residents safe. So, we will follow all safety guidelines, but we just want you guys to come out and connect and hang out with us. It's super important to us, so we really hope that you guys, if you have the time, please come out. I know it's a Tuesday after work, but it'll be nice to just, spend a good little while there and enjoy some yummy treats. And, there'll be some light fare, refreshments, and, as I said, some hot cocoa. And it's going to be some really cool ornament creating and things like that you'll be able to engage in, and then take that home and add one, to your tree. There'll be a cool little photo booth going on. So we've got some fun stuff, and we really want you guys to come out and take advantage. We are so blessed and lucky to have TI Enrichment Programs always throwing, some fun stuff for all residents, and always really just creating a space for us to have a really good time and engage within our community, both virtually and now back in person. So I just want to encourage you guys greatly to make sure that you are taking full advantage of that. As you guys know, we have the homework help, the home base after school program is running as well currently. So if the kiddos need help with homework and things like that, please, please, please send them. The resident professionals are there waiting and happy to help. We also are currently consistently weekly doing rental assistance. So ERAP, any of our residents here within the Southridge community, we're based in Laurel, you are able to get assistance with your ERAP application. So if you guys don't know where to start, but you do need assistance, we have all fallen upon hard times. That is what the assistance is there for. All of us as a community, all of us as a people, because things have drastically changed in everyone's lives. So guys, please, I encourage you, check your schedule, the calendars that we send you. Please check the flyers. Please pop into the leasing office. If you have any inquiries, even better. If you do have questions or inquiries, you can also complete the post-event survey directly after this event, because at that time, you can put in any questions, concerns, assistance, whatever it is that you need. We are here. We are a village, not just a community. We embrace you. We want you guys to embrace us, and we want you to know we're here for you. So it's various programs going on right now, and I want you guys to really, really, really take full advantage of it. We are so blessed to have the opportunity to receive that assistance, because those things are not the easiest to do when you don't do them all the time. If you're new to this type of application, you may need a little bit of help. Nothing wrong with that. You'll also need some paperwork from the leasing office anyway. So why not pop in and get a resident professional's assistance with getting it all done for you? It's just a win-win. Y'all know I love a good win-win. It's a win-win situation, guys. So please, 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 I encourage you guys to swing by the office and take full advantage of the fact that we do have one home-based homework help going on after school, and then two, we also have the rental assistance going on, where we are walking all of our resident family friends through that application. I would say y'all my peeps, not just my neighbors, but my peeps, y'all family. So take advantage of that, guys, because everyone does not get that same service. So we are greatly appreciative for that service. So I want to just make sure that you guys are taking full advantage. I am not timing. What did I do? Oh, it's right here. I should be watching the time, guys, for the cookies. And I stopped watching the time. While we have those cookies in the oven, I really wanted to just chat with you guys really quickly about those services, just to make sure you guys are aware and are utilizing them, as well as give you a good update on the amazing events to come. Oh my gosh, the cookies look amazing. Okay, they are perfectly big, round, chewy, soft, gooey. They are baking down nicely, and they will only be a few more minutes. So I'm very excited. But also about that, like I said, the post-event survey after this event ends in about 13 minutes or so. Make sure, guys, click the link below. You can see the link in the description of this event for that post-event survey. And why should they do it, Journey? Free money, free money. Free money, free money. Free money, free money. Guys, I like to do a little song and dance. My life is a musical. I just be singing for no reason. But that post-event survey, when you give your feedback, you're entered to win a $50 gift card. It takes you maybe 1.5 minutes at the very most. I saw, I conquered. I learned how to hook up some good cookies. My girl Empress taught me, how to get the family going with these cookies and be the hit of the next event for the family, or work event, or whatever, in a simple, easy recipe. No chill, no freezer, no refrigeration required. Super simple, fun, easy. You can get the kiddos, you guys know, involved with this too. I love having the munchkins help me when they want to. Sometimes they're like, "Ma, no, we're busy. We're talking to friends. We're gaming online. We got better things to do. We're making music. We are killing Goku and Pokemon and chasing Pikachu and doing a bunch of other things. So they don't always join me, but, when they want to, they're always around for the taste test. Y'all know that. They be around when they come out of the oven, but sometimes they don't want to. But if the kiddos want to, it's a great time to, be able to chat while you guys are whipping up that cookie dough. It's a great time to chat and open a dialogue. And piggybacking off of yesterday's event, or last night's, that I did for National Persons with Disabilities Day. Sorry, I had to get the whole title out. You guys could really talk about that. That is something I'm going to touch on a lot in the month of January with our little ones. You guys know I do my reading circles, so I'm super excited to do. I have a book about empathy, bullying, and all of these things. You guys know one of my favorite books to read also is the book by Holly Robinson Peete and her husband about their son with autism. It's just super important to talk about these things, open up the dialogue with our little ones. So, again, if you get them involved with making the cookie dough during that time, you can discuss that. That's something we talked about last night, but I kind of wanted to just bring that up again, that if you do have them in your presence and they're not too busy gaming and doing other cool stuff, have time to hang out with you guys, us, boring adults, then at that time, you guys can open up the dialogue to talk about, those also very, very important things. Very, very important topics. OMG, I got a couple that are touching. Don't touch too bad, y'all. It's a cookie, not a cookie sheet. Journey told me this, though. Y'all know that. Journey said, Mom, you got them pretty big there. And I did. And I did. Like the meme. And I did. So, yes, they are baking quite nicely. Again, you want to give it about 15 minutes. So we're about to hit that mark. I will show you guys for the sake, or just give it like a few more minutes. And certainly before we leave, before I exit this live, I will show you guys those amazing cookies. Go a little easy, maybe take a half an inch off. Do half inch less than I did on that size, because as you can see, those bad boys got pretty big. And Idris is here for the taste test. Well, what do you know? You hear him? Cookies. My cookie monster is over there saying cookies because he is happily volunteering. Oh, hello, sir.
Hello.
Happily volunteering to try out the
Cookies.
cookies. C is for cookie. Cookie is for me. We love Cookie Monster.
You have a deep voice.
I have the deepest voice. Listen, this voice, I've had this voice since I was 3.
This voice doesn't look that deep.
Your voice will get a little deeper as you get older, and there's nothing wrong with your voice. It's a perfect voice for a perfect boy. You're 9. It's going to get deeper when you get older. This little kiddo. Look at his face. Look at this face. How can you not give cookies to this face? This is a perfect mouth for cookies, right, guys? So, just a few more minutes, and we'll be able to enjoy those yummy cookies. But for the sake of this live, I do want to pull them out so I can show you guys. But I was trying to let them just finish browning just a smidgen.
Awesome.
Look how big they are.
Gigantic.
I don't know. I was just they are gigantic. I was in a big cookie mood today. All big cookie energy, guys. Big cookie energy. So, forgive me. I'm going to place these back in, honestly, because I need them. Journey, can you put the camera down so that they can see? Just tilt it down a smidgen so that they can see. These are hot, hot, hot. Look at the size of these cookies. They're so big. And I'm so excited. Oh, look, they're so big I can't even get the whole thing in frame. So as you guys can see on that side, they did begin to touch a little bit. I'm not mad. Me personally, I'm not mad because I'm going to get myself a large glass of almond milk, okay, and dig into one of these big bad boys. If you make them this big, guys, of course you don't need more than 1 cookie because this is equivalent to 2 cookies. I just got carried away today, but I love it. 1 cookie is more than enough when they're this huge. So Happy National Cookie Day, everyone. I hope that you guys enjoyed learning how to make these big old cookies today. And I hope that you guys will take the recipe, add some stuff, flare it up, do whatever you'd like to do to make it your own, or simply follow the one that I provided for you today. But most importantly, I hope that you guys have had a good time. I cannot pick these up because they're fresh out of the oven, so I wish I could just but I cannot. I will have to post a few photos later. Imp Neil on Facebook via TI Enrichment Programs. I will post some pictures later so that everyone is able to see these large bad boys once they've cooled down. Again, guys, I truly appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this fine Saturday afternoon. My name is Empress. I'm a resident enrichment ambassador for the Southridge community, and this event has been brought to you by TI Enrichment Programs. We so appreciate you hanging out with us. Make sure that you complete your post-event survey, and I can't wait to see you on December 7th, Tuesday night, for our holiday party. Happy National Cookie Day, guys. Journey, you gonna close me out? We're ending now. Bye.